And I first remember Frank being sort of gentle giant. He was probably taller than anyone else in the year. But yeah, he was immediately an approachable and friendly guy.
When I think of Frank, or if I tell anybody about trying to describe who he is, I always think about this particular night out that I'm not particularly proud of, when I actually passed out in a club. He took me out and sat me down, and he stayed with me the entire time, and he called the ambulance. And I remember waking up sort of briefly and him going, "You're all right, darling, you're okay, you're going to be fine." And it was just so sweet. He hadn't known me for that long, and there he is sort of taking care of me and didn't actually have to. And it's just, I think it's something he will always go out of his way to help anyone.
The main thing about Frank is that he's such a bubbly character. He's always happy, he's always smiling. I can't ever remember him being upset about anything in his life. I mean, he failed his driving test something like 5 times, but it didn't like put him down or anything. He just kept on going and kept on going until he got where he wanted.
When I first met Frank, it was at a New Year's Eve party amongst a big group of people that I'd never met before. He was the first one to introduce himself, and he made me feel so welcome. And whenever I see those people, he's always the first person to speak to me. He's always really concerned about what I've been doing, and he just goes out of his way to be absolutely lovely and get to know who I am. And I just think that defines Frank as a person. He's just so nice to everyone.
I remember a time when he decided to have a drinking contest with me mate's dad, and they both drank a bottle of tequila each, and he spent the next hour trying to apologise to me because apparently he'd been such a bad friend because he'd missed like a couple of nights out in the pub because he was at work. But he's one of the best friends I've got, by miles. And the sheer fact that he sets himself such high standards of friendship just proves who he is.
One of the things I think all of us say is you can't not love Frank. He's just really lovable.
Everyone I meet says that Frank is just the perfect friend. I mean, he's approachable, you can talk to him about things, he'll give you advice, and he'll make you laugh as well, which, bloody hell, you've got to value that in a mate.
He just makes us laugh like every day of the week. Every time I see him, there's always something different and interesting, and it always starts the whole laughing that you can't stop.
He is so loud, and that's good, that's brilliant. He is the life and soul of every party he's ever been to. We used to say he had SOD, shouting out disorder.
There's just too many daft memories of getting drunk and going out in Sunderland with him and doing karaoke in the tavern. That was a classic.
It's nice to still have a friend that you've known like most of your life, and that you don't ever want to like see him leave, so you can always see him and have a laugh and, you know, have a few drinks at the pub and, you know, keep in contact with such a nice guy.
Cameron Frank Walker.
Well, I've only actually met Frank once, but it was quite an experience. It was always nice to be welcomed by someone, but unfortunately most of my memories were either distorted by the evening's consumptions, or you just can't talk about them.
I've never called him Cameron, especially not to his face.